So they're a Little Red Riding Hood. Okay. Here, next page.
Next page.
Okay.
Next page. Read it.
Okay. Let's see what's gonna come on the next page.
Look.
What's going on? Oh, here it is.
Hey, it's a red. Read, Daddy. Read.
There's Little Red Riding Hood walk all around. There's butterflies. Purple butterfly. Blue butterfly. Blue butterfly. What's that? Birdie.
Blue fly.
And the tree is green.
Wolf. Wolf.
She's playing with a bird. I'm gonna say a wolf.
Yes. Wolf.
See what's going to happen in the story. See what happens.
And a wolf.
It's gonna be scary, I think.
Yes, it was. I just got the wolf.
Yeah.
Let's get it. Eat them.
Okay, you ready?
Ready.
Here we go. At the edge of the great forest, in a small house, lived Little Red Riding Hood with her mother. Deep in the forest, beyond 5 meadows and 5 small hills, lived Little Red Riding Hood's grandma. Granny loved to knit very much and would make a new soft red hat for Little Red Riding Hood each year. It was this little red hat that earned her a nickname, Little Red Riding Hood. And after a while, everyone forgot what her real name was. Mary, Annie, Katie, or Rosie. She simply became Little Red
One head.
Each Sunday, Granny would visit Little Red Riding Hood and her mom. They would lunch together, eat cake, and after the afternoon tea, Granny would hurry back into the forest. She used to always say, it's already 5 o'clock and the night will soon set. I must hurry back or the big scary wolf will cross my path. 2 weeks have passed, but Granny did not come. Mom said to Little Red Riding Hood, I'm afraid Granny's ill. I will bake scones and cake, make a fine lunch, and you will go to Granny's house around noon. But beware, somewhere deep in the forest lives a scary wolf. And don't wander off the main path. You have to pass 5 meadows and 5 hills, and the path will lead you straight to Granny's house.
A big black wolf.
Little Red Riding Hood placed the food into the basket and put on her red hood. She promised her mom she would not wander off the path and set off to visit her grandma. There's a rabbit, a mouse, and a snail.
The wolf.
And what's that one?
The wolf.
And who's that one?
Daddy.
Yeah.
Daddy, you found the wolf.
Okay. Woo, woo, where's a wolf? It's an owl. It's a wolf. It's a mouse. The path led her through the middle of the forest. Curious animals peeked from behind tall trees and watched the little girl in red humming a merry song. Little Red Riding Hood spotted a meadow full of purple flowers and suddenly thought, I will wander off the path just a little. Look at the purple flowers. I'll wander off just to pick some flowers for Grandma, for Mama. This beautiful meadow was filled with flowers that smelled lovely, and hundreds of playful butterflies flew around Little Red Riding Hood. She had never seen butterflies as lovely as these.
Daddy, Big Back Wolf.
And so she ran after them and found herself in another meadow
Daddy,
filled with
I
blue
know
flowers.
about the wolf.
Are you ready?
Where did the wolf?
Oh, no, no. I better get to my Mama's house. I better go.
The wolf.
Wolf. She turned left and right, looking for the path. When she turned around to look behind her, she spotted a big
Black wolf.
Good day, sweet little girl. What are you doing surrounded by flowers so beautiful? Said the wolf. Little Red Riding Hood thought how this wolf was not at all as scary
Oh,
as
scary.
her
Eat
mom
them.
and
Ah.
Granny made him out. He was rather kind.
I eat them. Eat them. I eat them right.
I got lost a little. I'm going to see my Granny. I saw a lovely meadow and wanted to pick some scented flowers for my grandma. Now I don't know how to get back to the path that leads straight to Granny's house. No problem. I will show you a way to the path, said the wolf with a sweet voice.
We eat
You're
them now.
such a kind and good wolf, said Little Red Riding Hood. The wolf laughed and thought, this little girl is so naive. She will lead me straight to her granny, and instead of one, I get 2 meals. The wolf led Little Red Riding Hood to the path and told her, Here, just keep on this path and do not wander off any more. The night might fall, and who knows what kinds of dangerous animals live in this forest. Little Red Riding Hood continued down the path, and the wolf ran as fast as he could through the forest to reach Granny's before Little Red Riding Hood. He came to the house and knocked. Who is it? Granny asked in a weak voice. It's I, your Little Red Riding Hood. I've some fine cake to soothe and refresh you with, the wolf's caressing voice said. Come in, Little Red Riding Hood, said Granny. And the wolf opened the door and ate Mama. The wolf put on Mama's sleeping gown and nightcap, which he found in the closet, and placed Granny's glasses on his nose, and so disguised lay down in her bed. Soon he heard knocking on the door. Who is it? The wolf asked with a shaky voice. It's I, Granny, your Little Red Riding Hood. I have some fine cake and scones for you. Come in, my Little Red Riding Hood, said the wolf in a puny voice. Read it? Okay. Little Red Riding Hood opened the door and walked up to Granny's bed. Granny appeared somewhat strange to her, and she asked her, Granny, you look a little strange. Why are your ears so big? I've been ill a little, and my ears grew.
but I can hear you better now, said the wolf.
But Granny, why are your eyes so big?
It's from the high fever, but I can see you better now.
Granny, but your hands are huge. They look like paws, and your nose is big, and your mouth even bigger.
Ah, 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 ah. That's so I can better grab you and easily eat you up, because I'm not your mama. I'm the scary wolf,
Said the wolf, and he jumped and devoured Little Red Riding Hood.
Red.
Since he had such a good meal and ate to his fullest, he collapsed back on the bed and fell asleep. He snored so loudly that it shook the entire house. A huntsman, Luke, who had been looking for the bad wolf for days, happened to be passing by the house right then. Whatever happened to Granny that she snores so loudly? Thought Huntsman Luke, and said, I better come in and warn Granny to beware of the scary wolf.
Mama, jag kan inte. Oh.
When he entered the house, he saw the wolf snoring, and his belly was big as a barrel. Huntsman Luke at once saw what happened, and quickly cut open the wolf's belly and pulled out both Granny and Little Red Riding Hood, and instead filled the wolf's belly with huge stones. The wolf slept a little longer, but was woken by a terrible thirst, and the weight in his belly mumbled, Ah, I feel like I ate a ton of stones. When he opened his eyes, he saw the huntsman, Luke, Granny, and Riding Hood. He grabbed his belly and ran out of the house. They're okay. It's okay, man. They're okay. It's not a problem. Just saved the day. A rapid stream ran by the small house, and the wolf bent over to drink some water, but the rocks in his belly outweighed him, and he fell, splash, into the stream. The stream quickly carried him far, far away from the forest. No one knows where he is now. Some say he drowned, and others say he is still wandering some distant forest, looking for someone to take the stones out of his belly. But one thing is for sure, he will never come back to this forest. And Little Red Riding Hood, Granny, and Luke, the huntsman, they had a fine lunch, scones and cake, and sang a merry song. Well, of this wolf that's still afraid, still afraid, still afraid. Even though the scary wolf was not in the forest any longer, Little Red Riding Hood now listened to her mom and never again wandered off the path when she carried the fine Sunday lunch to her granny. The end. It's a good one.
No.
It's a scary